We have time for two more questions. Yes.
Hi, my name is. I'm a Harvard College graduate from 1996. You talked in your speech tonight about trust and openness a few times, and I wanted to get your thoughts on the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence when they released a report analyzing the failure of our pre-war intelligence, mainly about the links between Iraq and Al-Qaeda, which your Office of Special Plans in the Pentagon was supposedly responsible for. I have a section of the report that I could download from the internet, and the section actually on your work is blacked out really quite a bit. I mean, this is my favorite page right here. But Senator Levin subsequently launched an investigation to really get to the bottom of what was going on in your office. And he was quoted as saying that you had practiced a continuing deception of Congress. So it seems that the failures of your office are being hidden from the American people, and yet you're asking us to believe you when you talk to us about the threat of terrorism, these shadowy groups, these conspiracies against America. Most of them, if you judge by the 9/11 report, seem to be based on testimony from one man, Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, whose credibility is, who knows how we interrogated him. Yes, the question is, how can the American people trust you?
Well, Senator Levin and I have differences on a number of issues and conclusions that he's come to, including the one that you read, and that's life in Washington. As for the Senate Intelligence Committee report, I mean, to be sure, I'm not responsible for the fact that they classified paragraphs in their report, and that's why they're blacked out in the public version of the report. So, that's up to the Senate Intelligence Committee, and I didn't write that report. But what I can, what I would call your attention to is there is a great deal in that report that was released to the public that is unclassified, and the conclusion of it was, specifically with regard to what you talked about, which was the work that was done in my office regarding the Iraq Al-Qaeda connection. What that report said is that it looked at the question of whether anybody in the government, in my office or elsewhere, had brought undue pressure to bear on intelligence analysts to politicize their work. It talked about the fact that the Intelligence Committee interviewed hundreds of analysts and put out the word that it wanted anybody who had a story of pressure to come forward and tell it. And it concluded that there was not only not a systematic effort to pressure, there was not a single intelligence analyst who said that he was pressured into changing his conclusions. So, in fact, that report gave a completely clean bill of health on the issue of whether anybody in the administration pressured. Hang on one second. You made some serious comments. Please permit me to comment. The other thing that report did is it did look at interactions between my office and the intelligence community. And what it said is those interactions were professional, they were correct, and furthermore, they were useful. And there's a line in there to the effect that the kinds of questioning that were done about the quality of the intelligence community's work on the subject improved the product of the intelligence community. So I would be delighted to have all of you read what you can download from the internet as the Senate Intelligence Committee report on that work. Some of it is classified and blacked out. I believe hundreds of pages are not. And I would welcome you. I would welcome the scrutiny of all of you of that document.